Clark, 3 picks in one game. I mean, what were you seeing out there that just made you have that?
Man, I'll be honest. A lot of preparation that goes on every single week. But shoot, guys said this week was the one that we was gonna get three. We noticed formational tendencies, and shoot, man, Coach Galley put us in a position to be able to capitalize on it. I just so happened to be the outside corner on that play, and as soon as I seen the ball snapped and the quarterback look, I said, "This is the one." Well, hopefully, we score.
You get another one, or you get a fourth one, and take it back 70 yards. I mean, what was that like just to kind of show what the defense was able to do today?
Yeah, I think that's very telling as to the work we put in throughout the week. Clark did a great job of owning his role out on an island, and it just shows all the work that the stats come in mine and Clark's name, but we don't hear enough about the guys up front that force those throws.
Cam, first game without Grant, just what was the week of preparation like, and just how important was it to kind of spread it around to different guys today?
It was different, but the guys answered and they did everything that they needed throughout the week, and really just took ownership and making sure that they're ready to go with whatever they have, and yeah, they took advantage of the opportunities.
How much has Grant maybe been around this week trying to help guys out?
Yeah, he's been in the facility talking to guys, making sure that everybody's still working, and yeah, he's still the captain of this team, and he's still leading.
Devaughn, what do you see from the wide receivers room to kind of pick up that slack right now that Keithy's out?
I see a lot of growth. We got a lot of young guys, in Mackay Cope, Money Parks, and then we got dudes like JD who's been around for a while. It's just getting an opportunity to make plays. As big as a loss it was with Keithy going down, we understood as a receiver group that we needed to be the playmakers on the outside. We always attack the middle, and we always have a good run game, but we understood that we have to be a vital role in the offense and igniting and sparking our offense and making big plays. So, we just attacked this week, made sure we knew all of our assignments, and just making sure that we are physical in the run game, and then when we do get the opportunity, just make big plays.
Cam, was it a part of the game plan to get you more involved in the run game, or was that adjustments as the game went on?
Some of them just scrambles. Some are a little designed, yeah, and yeah, just taking advantage of whatever the defense is giving me, and the offense did a great job blocking it.
On that touchdown run, you pushed off a couple of defenders along the way. Do you like having that opportunity to show your strength when you're out there running the ball too?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't really look at me as a runner, and any chance I get, I like to take advantage of it.
Clark, the game was kind of closer than maybe you guys were hoping for, especially with some missed opportunities. Where do you think the game kind of changed for you guys?
I think turnovers and then just consistency on the defensive side of the ball, and even the offensive approach, and consistency after the halftime was big. I think us just kind of staying together, just realizing that, okay, this is the game that we need to really force some things and, continue to stick together and make plays. And I think we did that and we capitalized on that.
Devaughn, what does it mean to see Jalen have such a big game this week? He kind of has been there, he's been working through it. So how does this feel?
Oh, to me, I'm like his biggest fan. I'm like the first one always excited for him because JD's been working his butt off. You see it at practice every day. He's always first guy on run blocks, always running full speed, giving everything he's got. And so I even told him before the game, I'm like, this is your game, man. Like, this is the opportunity to start making plays. And, he made the most of it. And I was so excited for him because he's been a part of this offense for a long time. He's actually one of the guys I look up to as a veteran leader. So seeing him get the publicity and the success that he's worked so hard for, it's a blessing to see it.
Cam, how satisfying was that win against Oregon State, who got you guys last year?
It was good. We talked about it. It was kind of the same mentality as the San Diego State game, and just had to make sure that we're doing everything throughout the week to prepare for this game, and yeah.
RJ, you guys have a lot of success defending in the red zone. What do you feel like is the biggest difference of being able to hold them to several field goals and then also produce turnovers?
I think it was just guts. We've worked so hard. We've gone through the ringer in spring ball, through fall camp, and we found our toughness. And I think once you get in the red zone, it's like, all right, they're close, and they could get points out of this, but let's minimize that amount of points that they get. And so this team has guts. They have passion. They're tough, and I love these guys. Love to be next to them.
Clark or RJ, how would you guys assess today's defense against the run?
I don't know. Tough to say right now. I haven't seen the stats quite yet, but I think we did a good job. I think we're really getting after it. And there was a couple times that they got loose, but for the most part, I don't know that they really had a big run. They had that big screen play, but I don't think they had a big run. So I would say we did good, but we'll watch the tape. And I mean, there's always things to get better at. There's things we probably did well that we can learn from, and things that we can polish up and get better at.
Okay, pleased with the way our guys responded in the second half. We didn't play poorly in the first half, per se, but it wasn't our best football. Way too soft in the run game in the first half. Buckled down and played much better run defense in the second half. Offense did a great job protecting the football, taking care of the ball. Cam made a bunch of timely plays, was extremely accurate. Didn't throw for as many yards as I originally thought we did, but we were close to 80% completion percentage, and really had some clutch catches. Devaughn Vele seemed to have a good day. The disappointing thing on offense was inability to run the ball. We can never really take over the line of scrimmage, which is something that typically we do, and so that was a negative for us. But overall, defense, 4 picks, 3 by Clark, pick 6 by Clark. Another one that set up a touchdown. R.J. Hubert's pick that's put us in great scoring position. So the defense gave us a lot of big plays, and if you intercept 4 footballs, that's you're going to win most of the time. That was outstanding, and other than the run defense and not being able to run the ball as efficiently as we needed to on O, a lot of positive things. Big test next week. The Bruins are playing outstanding. Got to go down there. Got a big win last night, against Washington, so got our hands full there, another barometer to see where we're at. But I think this football team took another step forward this week, and just got to keep doing that. That's the key. You want to try to win a championship, you got to get better week after week after week. Questions?
Okay, with the run defense, what changed maybe in the second half that allowed you guys to be a little bit better?
Just better technique with the front, more downhill with the backers, not catching blocks, getting, beating them to the punch. Yeah, just being more active versus the run.
What is it about Clark that allows him to go out and have a game like he did today?
He's got exceptional quickness and speed, first of all. He's not the biggest guy, but he's built well and he's physical when he needs to be. But speed and quickness is his big thing, along with film study. There's nobody that studies more film than Clark, and that leads to big plays. The more film you study, the more big plays you're going to make.
Without having seen film, obviously, yet, how concerned are you with the run game?
Very concerned, and we had too many linebacker run-throughs. That was the real key is, when you're coming off in those combination blocks with your front, you got to have your eyes up and see the linebackers trigger and come through and run through, and we weren't doing a good job of seeing that, and consequently they were getting in the backfield, especially early in the game, and disruptive. And so we got to do a better job keeping our head and eyes up on the combinations and being able to come off those combinations and pick off the run-throughs.
What was your biggest positive takeaway from this game?
I would say our efficiency throwing the football on offense was the biggest positive, but we didn't throw for a ton, like I said. I thought we had thrown for more, but I think we were 200 yards-ish. But it was a very effective and efficient 200 yards, no drops. We might have had one drop. It could have been it was a bit of a tough catch. But, and protecting the football, we didn't have any turnovers, I don't believe. Did we turn the ball over? I don't think we had one turnover. So that was a big positive. And then the big plays on defense. We're an opportunistic defense, and anytime you're +4 in the turnover margin, it's a good thing, and you're not going to lose probably ever in that situation. Very rarely.
How valuable is Clark Phillips III?
Extremely valuable. He's and you saw him play some slot corner today. We made an adjustment. When we go to nickel, he moved inside and played in the slot, which is very demanding and something that he hadn't done since he's been here. But that we felt gave us our best 11, and for having never done that, he did a terrific job today in that role and in that capacity. He still plays outside when we're in the 43 defense, but when we go to sub package, he slid inside today.
Kyle, as you guys try to figure out things without Brand, how beneficial is it for Cam to be hitting 8 different receivers and targeting 9 different guys?
That's what needs to happen, and that's what we talked about all week. It's going to be a concerted effort by a bunch of people to pick up the slack for Brant, not just one guy plug it in and away you go. Everybody's got to elevate, and I believe we did that today.
On defense, or on offense, excuse me, how much of it was Oregon State's defense just really maybe disrupting it versus maybe you guys just not being assignment sound or getting what you guys
Well,
want?
we'll have to watch the film, but I can tell you just from watching it as it happened, a little of both. Like I said, the linebacker run-throughs were really eating us up. We didn't get much push on the line of scrimmage, and apparently the team they played last week didn't either. I mean, I don't want to take away from them because they're a salty defense. They get after you and they play hard.
Let's talk about Jalen Dixon in the game he had. This was the first career 2-touchdown game he's had in the entire time he's been here.
Didn't know that, but that's good for JD, and he made a terrific catch early in the game. That adjustment, it was a 3rd down catch, that was not easy, and he did a great job adjusting to that. Cam put the ball right where it needed to be. Then he scored on the reverse, and it's just great. He had some bumps in the road, a few years ago, and we almost lost him. We did lose him for a period of time, and he came back, and we're very glad he did. And he's contributing for us very well.
Can you just expand on that a little bit? As you said, JD has been through some things.
Yeah, he has.
He has stayed the course, though.
He has, and he was removed from the program by his choice to get some things straight in his personal life and health-wise, and then came back a few months later and said, I'm feeling better, and I would like to become a part of the team again, and so we welcomed him back.
How much of Cam's running today is kind of by design versus how much maybe you think is a little too much or too less?
I wouldn't say it's too much. Today, I don't know how many times he ran it. A few of them were escapes on drop back passes. That's obviously not designed, but he's designed to carry the ball 6, 8, 10 times a game. But it's not really as important. The big thing is at the end of the run, don't take, collisions and, stay out of harm's way. Slide, get out of bounds, dive for daylight. You don't want him taking hits, and that's the big thing. And he's pretty adept at staying away from real solid shots. And so that's, but he's got a great running ability, and we need that week in and week out. He's not going to carry the ball 15 times designed, but if he can give us 6 or 8 really critical runs at critical times, that's what he does for us.
Do you think the team kind of gets motivation from that when they see him kind of extending for those?
Absolutely, yep. They know he's a warrior, he's our leader, and they know how competitive he is, and that fires everybody up.
I'd be curious to get your thoughts on the 3 linebackers, specifically Diabate, who made his return this week.
Mm-hmm. Well, in his absence, Lander Barton has played very well. Lander played a bunch of snaps today. Karene Reed has been the most steady from start to finish the entire season. He's very consistent. Diabate came back from a fairly significant lower leg injury, a little bit out of shape. You could tell he was gassed a little bit out there. We expect him to get back in the groove and get better and better as the year progresses. But in the 43 package, those are our 3 guys right now: Karene and Diabate and Barton. And then in nickel, it's Barton or Diabate alongside Karene.
Is Solo injured, Kyle?
Solo was not available today. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the way that RJ has performed to this point in the season?
RJ Hubert?
Yeah, he's created a lot of turnovers.
Yes, he has. Very proud of RJ and for the adversity that he's faced and overcome. Just thrilled for him and just couldn't be more happy for a young man to fight through that and come back and be having the success he's having right now.
Any other questions?
Get to conference. It's almost over. You're ditching.